Crime Fighters.
When searching for a good bank, you have to be very discerning, so you don't get one thing and miss out on others. Well, your search is over at First Bank. We offer a variety of products and services made with you in mind. From flexible loans, easy access to cash, bill payments from anywhere in the world, to savings for the little ones. Make that switch today. Contact us to learn more about the many products and services we have designed for your convenience. First Bank, truly the first.
Crime Fighter. The searchlight on crime and criminality. Crime Fighters. Special focus.
Dateline, Tuesday, 20th August 2013. Venue, University of Lagos Main Auditorium. Stakeholders from Yaba Local Council Development Area, including market women, artisans, religious and community leaders, security personnel, and the corporate sector were all at hand. It was a seminar organized by the Yaba Local Council Development Area in conjunction with Crime Fighters, Nigeria's #1 television program on security. But it was not just a Yaba LCDA affair. Guests and participants came from all segments of society and especially the police force. For many Nigerians, the upward swing in crime is indeed a source of grave concern. The countless incidents of criminal activities such as kidnapping, armed robbery, cultism, murder, theft, and even cybercrime involving minors or siblings from a family and even respected members of a community is not only worrisome but portend a great danger to society. What is the first step to take in curbing crime? As it is said, prevention is better than cure, and perhaps the best way to prevent is to inform, educate, and sensitize all stakeholders, including the police and members of the community, while encouraging them to be alive to their responsibilities. That indeed was the objective and goal of the Security Awareness Forum on Tuesday at the Main Auditorium, University of Lagos. It was truly a colorful and significant event. The national anthem set the ball rolling. Honorable Oladide Jimoh reiterated the need for this discourse.
Government's first duty and highest obligation is public safety. By working to ensure we live in a society that prioritizes public safety, education, and innovations, entrepreneurship can thrive and create a better world for all of us to live in. That's kind of way. This topic of this awareness campaign, public safety and security, is the first of its kind in the history of 774 local government plus 37 LCDA in Nigeria. It's quite wide and all-embracing. Issues that are subsumed under it include, but not limited to, the burglary, trespassing, harassment, use of drugs, juvenile delinquencies, environmental degradation or littering, thuggery, terrorism, and other social misdemeanors. Public safety involved the prevention and protection of the citizenry from occurrences that can endanger lives and properties. Events that can hamper safety of the public, that can save them from injury or harm or damage. Forestalling of crimes and disasters, whether natural or man-made. Most of the things we do on a day-to-day basis are things that infringe on security and safety. Today, public safety has become a vital political and economic issue, nationally and internationally. In a world faced with glaring and constantly expanding threats to safety and security, there must be collaboration between the government, public organizations, and the private sector as to initiate well-thought-out policies and programs towards combating these threats. A peaceful society is sine qua non to economic development. On the global scene, terrorism has assumed a very dangerous dimension in a world constantly facing threats of unpredictable terrorist activities. There is no doubt that economic prosperity can only thrive under a peaceful environment and peaceful government, which is why government must provide an enabling environment by ensuring the protection of citizens, organizations, and institutions against threat to their well-being and to the prosperity of their community. It is very, very germane to state that Lagos State government has done a lot in this regard. I must say at this point in time that this is a necessity for all of us. And I also use this medium to give kudos to the hard-working team of crime fighters for giving Nigerians the chance to know what to do when faced with grievous situation. It is this important we attach to security that made us put in motion effort to hosting this forum because we appreciate the role that sensitization and mobilization can play in our life. Security is important. Please partner with police and be their friend. Police is your friend. Thank you and God bless you.
And so did Her Excellency, Honorable Princess Orelokwe Adefulure, the Deputy Governor, Lagos State.
It is my great pleasure to be here and be part of this important occasion. Let me commend the organizers of this event for this brilliant initiative targeted at improving public safety. The twin issues of security and public safety is of great importance, particularly in our community, state, and the country at large, that we cannot afford to handle with levity. That Yaba Local Council Development Area, in conjunction with crime fighters, have decided through this forum to discuss and deliberate on it, demonstrates and commitment to these issues. And this is why I appreciate and thank the chairman.
Thereafter, the resource persons took to the microphone. First, Mr. Olufayo Thaddeus of the University of Lagos spoke on building trust between the police and the communities they serve.
The law enforcement should seek and preserve public favor by swaying favorable public opinions towards it. Yes, this is a forum where we will discuss, we will talk about the issue of policing. Is not only the issue of police. Also, me and you, we need to participate. Then me and you, we need to know that policemen are equally our friends. The police should use physical force only when it is necessary. The law enforcement should at all times sustain a good and positive relationship with the public. Also, the law enforcement should make sure always to direct their action strictly towards their objectives. What is their objectives? Is to prevent crime and also detect crime and to also maintain public order. Once every action and operation of law enforcement agents is directed toward these objectives, I believe people will trust and believe in their capacity.
The executive producer Crime Fighters, Chief Mrs. Aisha Tosa Agberebi, tackled in our paper the issue of shared commitment between the police and the communities they serve.
It's important for us to understand the meaning of shared and commitment. There are two separate words, shared and commitment. According to the concise Oxford Dictionary, shared means to jointly have, partnership, or distribution of portion on equal basis, while commitment connotes an obligation and responsibility from one person to another. The essence of this topic is to make us realize that we all have commitments towards ensuring that we have peaceful environment in our community. Consequently, therefore, shared commitment means all partners must have equal rights and obligation, explicit and implicit fundamental belief with a strong sense of mutual commitment towards a common goal and a shared reward. That is what is lacking in Nigeria. We do not have that strong belief and mutual commitment to effective policing. The truth is that the Nigeria Police Force has its challenges of equipment and manpower to contend with. It is important for all of us to understand that how well the police is able to perform its responsibility to the community itself is influenced by the relationship or commitment it shares with you.
Policing in a dynamic environment, the need for intelligence was the topic discussed by Assistant Inspector General of Police Solomon E. Arase, who was represented by Deputy Commissioner of Police Dennis Ayejefo.
In other words, the police are members of the public. They live with and share the values, aspirations and concerns of the public. They attend the same school, market and social engagements like other members of the public, and above all, they are products of the family system that constitute the wider community. Hence, they are related to people within their community. Policemen and women are not mystic workers, superhumans, or set of individuals from the straight world. They are recruited from amongst the citizens, and being a police officer does not in any way alter their status as members of that community. Accordingly, this is why some commentators have insisted that the police are, quote, the public and the public are the police, unquote. In other words, the police are not only members or products of the community, their performance is dependent on the level of cooperation and protection that members of the community extend to them. This is more so that criminals are not spirits, they are physical beings who live amongst us, recruit their syndicate members from within us, move from one point to the other to perfect their crimes in the open space, have parents, relations and friends among us, and that display their loot before us even when they lack any meaningful means of livelihood. By implication, there is no criminal that is not known to the public, but there are many criminals that are not known to the police.
Security tips were also provided to members of the public by Superintendent of Police Abakari, officer in charge of the Lagos State Special Anti-Robbery Squad. Thereafter, the floor was thrown open to members of the audience. Commissioner of Police Umar Manko engaged participants in an open and interactive exchange.
Some people, very powerful people, have the money. They broke my shopping complex. I tried to get straight to police. Police got them investigated. They were charged to court and they said they are going to get receipts from it. DPP. DPP advised that they should be charged to court. On getting back to police, they sat on it. To the extent these people went to court, their case was struck out. The matter is in the hands of the Commissioner of Police Lagos State now, on his table. If you want me tomorrow, I'll come over without my documents.
This building, the democratic government, is a government body and for the people. Is it not high time that we need to have knowledge that the local government is the nearest to the community?
My own boy came from my hometown with this very young man by my side. A police van kicked him down into gutter. They were trying to make a mess. Okay, they took him to the police sabo. The people of the country said, "No, I want to see this UAP." What is it? And then he went to him. They complained to him. I think the police was very reminded who committed the offense. So what I'm saying here is that we as civilians, we must be able to defend our right.
Chief Ajala, you say your case is on my table. I'll go and find out because at the time I left office, I didn't have any file on my table. But if you have a case that the DPP has given advice to be prosecuted, unless otherwise I am yet to see a policeman that will say will not prosecute that case. If it's in the state CID, tell me now, so that when I leave here, or you go and wait for me outside. When I'm going, I'll carry your load. The issue of criminal hideouts at Abule-Ijesha. I know Abule-Ijesha even before I became a policeman. The DPO is here. If you indicate where they are, it is an instruction from the Inspector General of Police and the state government. And on daily basis, we raid criminal areas, where we think criminal hideouts are. So if you indicate where they are, that is one of the good things for good citizens. We take and go and do that. We have said it regularly. Policemen must conform with the reformation agenda of the Inspector General of Police. If you don't, we kick you out. We have done that since I arrived here. Police in Lagos today should know that we are supposed to be servants of the people, and we have demonstrated that. We'll continue to demonstrate that. But again, I want to also point out the fact that because I'm a policeman does not mean I don't have a right. I'm also entitled to certain rights, just like another ordinary citizen.
Crime fighters.
When searching for a good bank, you have to be very discerning, so you don't get one thing and miss out on others. Well, your search is over at First Bank. We offer a variety of products and services made with you in mind. From flexible loans, easy access to cash, bill payments from anywhere in the world, to savings for the little ones. Make that switch today. Contact us to learn more about the many products and services we have designed for your convenience. First Bank, truly the first.
Crime fighters. Promoting security consciousness. Police brief.
Welcome to Police Brief. The highlights. President Goodluck Jonathan commissions CID complex, calls on members of the public to support the police. Police apprehends international fraudster and IGP commends officers in Interpol section. Inspector General of Police reaffirmed commitment to transforming the force and fighting corruption. Now the details. President Goodluck Jonathan has called on all Nigerians to support the police in its task of protecting lives and property. The president made the remark at the opening ceremony of the Nigeria Police Force Criminal Investigation Department complex in Abuja.
This event is significant in several ways. It showcases the resolve of government to provide an enabling environment for the security of lives and property of Nigerians, and that the necessary support infrastructure is also provided aimed at improving efficiency and welfare of the police force. This building, which serves as headquarters of Force Criminal Investigation Department (CID) and Force Intelligence Unit was initially the police headquarters when Nigeria's capital was moved from Lagos to Abuja in 1992.
President Jonathan, who was represented by his vice, architect Namadi Sambu, enjoined Nigerians to collaborate with the force in tackling crime and criminality in the country. The Inspector General of Police, in his welcome address at the event, called on all officers to respect the rights of suspects and give priority to cases of violent crimes against women and children. The Inspector General of Police, MD Abubakar, has commended the Interpol section of the MPF for the arrest of one Anthony Chidebere, a suspected fraudster who allegedly defrauded a businesswoman the sum of $2 million. In a press release signed by the Force Public Relations Officer, CSP Frank Umba, the IGP commended the head of the Interpol section, CP Adeniyi Adeleke, and his personnel for successfully trailing and apprehending the suspect despite running out of the country, and reaffirmed the determination of the force to bring to justice all criminals, regardless of where they go. The suspect, according to the police, presented himself to the victim as an estate broker in Dubai and absconded after receiving $2 million for the purchase of a house. The Inspector General of Police, MD Abubakar, has reaffirmed his commitment to transforming the Nigeria Police Force and return it to a path of professionalism in line with international best practices. In a press release on Friday signed by the Deputy Force Public Relations Officer, CSP Frank Umba, the IGP restated his commitment to rid the force of corrupt practices and warned officers and men to abide by the Code of Conduct. He called on police personnel to respect the rights of all citizens and cautioned against excessive use of force, while urging members of the public to always assist the police by providing useful information. The statement from the Inspector General was initially contained in a circular issued on Wednesday to all Zonal Assistant Inspector Generals, Command Commissioners of Police, Heads of Departments and Formations.
Crime Fighters, promoting security consciousness.
When searching for a good bank, you have to be very discerning, so you don't get one thing and miss out on others. Well, your search is over at First Bank. We offer a variety of products and services made with you in mind. From flexible loans, easy access to cash, bill payments from anywhere in the world, to savings for the little ones. Make that switch today. Contact us to learn more about the many products and services we have designed for your convenience. First Bank, truly the first.
Crime Fighters, promoting security consciousness.